Hi ladies, it's Angie again, and here's the second card of your January card club. It is the flower, and I used So Kind of You on this one. The one I'll be showing you has Thinking of You on the bottom. You can choose whatever sentiment you want. It can be a birthday card, a thank you card, a Thinking of You card, a sympathy card. Just depends on what sentiment you choose at the bottom. So let's get started. Pull out all the pieces that I put in your kit. You'll have two different kinds of designer series paper, two different colors here, and I just gave you an option to choose. Mix and match and choose what color vase you would like. If you want a blue vase, you can use the blue lattice paper, or if you want a yellow vase, you can use the yellow. If you want an orange button, I put orange buttons in there. So you can basically make this card look a little bit different depending on what colors you choose. First thing you want to do is take the card base out and the front of the card, this sheet that's a little bit smaller than the card front, and put your stamp on it, the very first thing. Because once you get this stuck to the card base, it's really hard, especially because we want to bump it up with dimensionals, it's really hard to stamp on that. So go ahead and choose the stamps that you want, get your ink pad out, and place that right there. And get that out of the way. If you want to do all four of yours at the same time, or five actually, do all five at the same time, go for it. Alright, and then I will actually put that aside, the card base aside, and put these aside just for a minute. First thing you want to do is, after you stamp it, stamp your sentiment, you want to add the green band across the front. So go ahead and get out your snail adhesive. And choose a spot where it looks good to you. Should match up perfectly on the edges of the white cardstock there. Okay, and then next you want to go ahead and put that aside. You want to get out your Blossom Builder punch, and do 5. What we're going to do is we're going to do 5 of each color paper of the this leaf on the top here. So just go ahead and line it up. This is why we punch upside down, so we can see that we have the paper fully in the punch section that we would like. Alright, so punch 5 of those out. Five of those. Five of these. And you get a lot of extra little pieces of paper. This is why I always like to, whenever I make cards, I like to have a little garbage next to me, because you have all these random little pieces, you know, the backings to the dimensionals and little pieces of paper that you need to throw away. So I always have my bucket ready. Okay, so 5 of those and 5 of these. We'll just alternate the 2 of them when we put them on the card. And while you're at it, while you still have the punch out and ready, whoops, excuse me. For the vase of this card, we're going to use this larger petal, the one with the scalloped ends. And go ahead and punch 5 of those out of your piece of yellow. And you might as well just punch 5 blue ones too while you're at it. See how if you put the punch in this way, you'll waste some of the cardstock, because these images will punch out as well. So to conserve your cardstock, always punch from the edge where you'll have the least amount of waste, and then you'll get more out of your piece of cardstock. So just a little tip for you. Okay. Go ahead and pull your card front out again. And what I'm going to do is, using my my snail, I'm going to choose a spot where I want my flower to be. And I'm just going to run a bunch of adhesive kind of in a radius about this big. And that way I can go ahead and just start putting my petals on top of each other, and I'm going to alternate the different colors or different patterns of my paper, and you can work your way all the way around, and it's sticking to that adhesive that you've already run on your paper. So go ahead and continue with that. Excuse me for my sniffles. It's really not very professional. I'm sorry about that. And if you want just, you know, that many, or you can use as many petals as you'd like. Get your paper snips out. I'm going to go ahead and use the blue vase, cut off the scalloped edge of that, and I'm going to bump this up with dimensionals to give it a fun added oomph. Like I said, I love dimensionals, so wherever I can use them, I do. Alright, and then choose the button that you would like. I'm going to go ahead and use the orange one since I used the pink one on my last card. Put a Stampin' Dimensional right on the back of that button, and voila! There you go. Now all we have to do is get the card back out, turn this card front over, and I'm going to bump this whole section up with dimensionals, and you'll see why, because white on white is not so interesting, but when it's bumped up with dimensionals, I think it adds a classy dimension, and I use it a lot just for my clean and simple cards. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. It gives just an extra layer, and it makes the card look nice. So you can put as many dimensionals as you'd like on that, and go ahead and center it. I think I probably would add one more dimensional behind that top part there. It's easier to do it before you've already stuck it down on the page, but you can still sneak a dimensional underneath there, like that. And there you have it. You're thinking of you, or happy birthday, or whatever you'd like to call it card. And play around with the colors and see what you like best. Hope you enjoy. See you next month.